Welcome to Puckett Fieldhouse, Fayette, Missouri, Central Methodist University, basketball action. Columbia College Cougars in town, overall record of 4-4. Take on the Eagles, 6-0 on the season, and leaving early in the morning for Provo, Utah. Take on BYU Saturday night. So we're just about set. We're a little bit away from the start of the game. We'll get you, see if we can get the starting lineups on the screen for both sides. Let's see. Make sure I got them all right before I put them up there. We have those corrected. We'll put those up on the screen for you. Columbia College will start a 6'3" sophomore guard from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 3, Trendon Tisdale. A 6'2" guard junior from St. Louis, Missouri, Tony Burks, number 12. Chima Oduocha. I'm sure I'll hear something better from the PA announcer. Oduocha. A 6'8" senior forward from Chicago, Illinois. 22, Brant Bowers, a 6'2" sophomore guard out of Columbia, Missouri. And number 34, Carson Parker, a 6'8" sophomore forward from Montgomery City, and his little brother is on the team. He's 6'7" and a freshman. So those are the starters for Columbia College. For your Eagles, they go this way. Tim Cameron, a 6'4" senior guard out of Norcross, Georgia, starts at one spot. Isaiah May, a 6'5" sophomore guard from Belleville, Illinois. He's number 11. He starts as well. Jonathan Brown, a 6'3" sophomore guard from London, England. Number 23, a 6'6" senior forward from Queens, New York, Fodi Kamara. And 24, a 6'8" freshman from London, England, Thomas Suwulu. Those are your starters for both sides. When we get to the prayer, the national anthem, and all, we will turn it over to Gary Lenhart, who is the PA announcer here, and let him take care of all of that for you. We'll put our scoreboard up on the screen so you can see it. Columbia College played Tuesday night at Missouri Valley, and Valley beat them 89-87 in a shootout. So we anticipate some of the same type of thing here. I think I've got some stats for you that I'd like to throw up on the screen while we're talking about all of it. Shouldn't say throw up in on the radio or on the internet. Let me get this scoreboard off, and we'll lay those up so you can see what it kind of looks like for both of these teams. Field goal percentage, Columbia College 47.6, Central Methodist 47.3. Free throw percentage, 77.9 for the Cougars, 65.7 for the Eagles. Three-pointers, 33.7 for the Cougars, 33.8 for the Eagles. Rebounds per ball game, 41.6 for Columbia College, 50.5 for the Eagles. Offensive rebounds, 11.8 for Columbia College, 18.2 for the Eagles. Turnovers, 11.8 for Columbia College, and 13.8 for the Eagles, as I get a couple of messages. I'm looking at it, and it says that Coach Callaway of the football team was the Hart South Coach of the Year, and Paxton Delarent was the Hart South Freshman of the Year, quarterback for the Eagles. So couple of nice rewards for those guys right there. So we'll get those stats off, and we'll get you some halftime stats when that turns around. So we'll get that off the screen. And we'll get our scoreboard put back up. Heart of America action as we get ready for the pregame prayer, the national anthem, and the introduction of the start of the ball game, the starters. So as soon as Gary says, would you please rise, as the fans already start to do that.
Coaches and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions of character values.
So we're talking about champions of character that the Heart emphasizes. And so we'll turn it over to Gary and let you listen to the prayer and the national anthem.
Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you today in all we do on and off the field, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Let's meet the starters for today's contest. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, Columbia College. At guard, a 6'3" and sophomore, number 3, Trenton Tisdale. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 12, Tony Burks. At forward, a 6'8" senior, number 20, Shima Oduocha. At guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 22, Brant Bowers. And at forward, a 6'8" sophomore, number 34, Carson Parker. Cougars are led by head coach Thomas Rock. He is assisted by Andrew Green and Garrett Covington. And now it's time to introduce tonight's starters for your Central Methodist Eagles. At guard, a 6'4" senior from Norcross, Georgia, number 3, Tim Cameron. At guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Belleville, Illinois, number 11, Isaiah May. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from London, England, number 20, Jonathan Brown. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Queens, New York, number 23, Bodie Kamara. And at forward, a 6'8" freshman from London, England, number 24, Thomas Sue. The Eagles are led by head coach Jeff Sherman. He's assisted by Matt Sherman, Trent Short, Brent Shook, and Mark Mueller.
All right, so there you have it, the national anthem, prayer, starting lineups. We're just about set to go from Puckett Fieldhouse. This could be an up-and-down-the-floor game. I'll tell you that Fody Kamara for the Eagles is averaging a double-double, as he has averaging 11.5 points per ball game, and he averages 10.8 rebounds per game. So it'll be Thomas Sawulu and Chima Uduocha. Jump, and it comes to Kamara, who waits for Tim Cameron to come across half court. May with it. Back to Cameron. Kamara. Jonathan Brown wants to drive. Tries to pass inside. It'll be a kick. as he had Thomas Sawulu underneath the basket, and Big Tom was waiting for the pass but didn't get to it. Bo Washer into the ball game in a hurry. Bowers is out of it. Inside it goes to Fody Kamara. Spins. Left hand. Won't go. Tip. Won't go. Rebound by Washer just into the ball game. This is Burks with it. Wants to go down the lane. Does. Nowhere to go. Outside to Tisdale. Washer. Inside. Back out to. And a throw past low as Parker tried to throw it to Tisdale. Goes out of bounds. Cameron brings it across half court. Brown, Kamara, back to Brown. Jonathan Brown down the lane. Loses the handle off of it, but I think it goes off of a Columbia College player. It does. It'll stay with the Eagles underneath their own basket. 18 on the shot clock. Cameron from the corner, 3. Off the rim, no good. And Oduocha with the rebound. Tisdale. Parker. Washer. Burks. Step around to the hoop. Has a shot partially blocked. Oduocha picks it up and puts it in. First 2 points of the ball game as we're almost a minute and a half into it. May from the corner for a 3. Hits it, Isaiah May. Tisdale against Cameron. Parker. Washer. Oduocha. Back out into the corner. Swung all the way around. Baseline jumper on the way. No good. Kamara wants to go to the hoop. Crossover. And we have an offensive foul called on Fody Kamara. He tried to go left. Tried to cut back and go against the grain, but he runs into a player. First team foul. Tisdale across half court. Washer back to Tisdale. Pick. Free throw line jumper partially blocked. Sawulu with the rebound. Cameron ahead to Brown. He's going to go to the hoop and dunk the ball. Jonathan Brown with his first bucket. Say hi to his family over in London after that. Swinging around. That was Burks who missed. Oduocha had a rebound, but Kamara took it away from him. Crossover to the hoop. Sawulu underneath lays it up and in. Nice pass by Tim Cameron, and it's 7-2 in favor of the Eagles. Washer looks inside to Oduocha. Tisdale, crossover. Nowhere to go. Back to Washer. Looks get a pick. Does get a pick. Goes to the hoop underneath to Parker. Backs it in and gets the roll. Carson Parker with his first 2 points of the ball game. 7-4 Eagles. Sawulu, he wants to go to the lane and go up left-handed. Goes toward the lane, loses his dribble, has to kick it out. Finally does get it out to Brown, his London, England teammate. Comes a pick from that. Brown pulls up, jumper free throw line. Good. Brown with 4. He's got a flush and a pick and a jumper. Burks. Washer. Parker. Kamara knocks it away from him, but he steps into backcourt. No call, as it was knocked away. Tisdale with a 3 or with a jumper from just inside the three-point line. Good. 9-6. Slow start, but it has picked up considerably, and we've got about 3 Columbia College players getting ready to check in at the next dead ball. Cameron fakes a 3 behind his back, down the lane, loses a handle on it. Sawulu comes up with it. Nice cut to May, and a foul will be called as he goes up to dunk, and he'll go to the free throw line, and we'll get 3 new players into the ball game for Columbia College. After the first, Carson Parker with the foul, his first personal foul. Short, he's a 61.5% shot shooter.
Number 4, Cole Gherkin, and number 32, Colin Parker.
Colin Parker into the ball game. Be out there with Carson, his brother. Also into the ball game, Cole Gherkin, number 4, and number 1, Dajikan Kara. Second free throw is also short. That's Colin Parker with the rebound, younger brother. Carson, a sophomore. Colin, a freshman. Cameron all over Kara. Inside it goes. Sawulu. Lane, no good. That's Colin Parker who had it. Missed, got the rebound, was knocked away from him, and here comes Kamara on the run, and he needs to give it up. He does. May down the lane, stripped of the ball. Gets it back to Cameron. He wants to go lane. Brown's got a 3 lined up. He's got a couple of buckets already, and he's got a 3-pointer to go with it. 7 in the ball game for Jonathan Brown. Jonathan Brown feels it right now. He's got 7 points in the game, a pair of jumpers and a 3. Carson Parker backs in and lays it in off the glass. Coach Sherman was worried about their size on the floor, that they were going to have 2 bigs out there all the time, and he doesn't have 2 bigs. The Eagles don't. May from the corner 3. Won't go. Burks out with a rebound on the run. Loses the handle on it, gets it to Gherkin. Step through to hoop, lays it up and in off the glass. Gherkin with his first 2, and it's 12-8. I think it looks like Jackson Andrews getting ready to check in for the Eagles. Brown now guarded away from the basket. Looks to get a pick from Sawulu. Goes the other direction to get his pick. May down the lane. Stop. Back of the rim, no good. Colin Parker with the rebound. Kara with it. Get bookend Parkers. 1 left, 1 right. It's Carson in the lane going against Sawulu, and a bump, and we'll get a foul called, and it looks like it might be an offensive foul. It is an offensive foul. Second foul on Carson Parker.
Substitutions for the Cougars, number 20, Shima Dutra. In the contest for the Eagles, number 0, Jackson Andrews.
Jackson Andrews into the ball game. Isaiah May goes to the bench. Uduocha back into the ball game for the Cougars. Kamara. Cameron. As Kara on him, tries to get the ball to Sawulu underneath. Big Tom knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. 12 seconds on the play clock, or on the shot clock, rather. Kamara runs it down out by half court. Goes down the lane, loses the handle on it, kicks it back out. Cameron with a 3, no good. Tipped around. Kamara with a rebound. Looked inside, couldn't find anybody. Brown's got it lined up, wants to go down the lane, loses his handle on it. He's fouled, knocked to the floor. Foul on Cole Gherkin, his first, and Charlie Brownakowski gets ready to check in. I don't have to look at my score sheet to know Charlie Brownakowski with that head of hair. Big Tom Sawulu checks out. Into Cameron. Andrews down the lane to Bronikowski. He's far underneath the basket. Kamara, 6 on the shot clock. Going to go to the hoop. Does. Gets it off the back of the rim. No good. Kara with a rebound. This is Kara again. Inside to Oduuche, stolen by Tim Cameron. He's going to go to the hoop, look for some contact. Doesn't get the foul, but he does get the layup. His first two of the ball game, 14-10. Colin Parker, Bo Warsher with the basketball. Inside it goes, double team. Bronikowski trying to fight for position. Holds him up a little bit. Kamara with a rebound. Quickly ahead to Brown. Jonathan Brown down the lane. Floater won't go. Bronikowski with a tip won't go. Kamara's got the rebound, and it's a tie-up underneath. And we'll go to Columbia College. Charlie Bronikowski works hard inside. Burks back in. Gherkin leaves. May comes in. Kamara takes a seat. So the Eagles get a little smaller. Colin Parker into Cara. Colin Parker. Burks looks inside. Warsher going to drive to the hoop. Lays it off, no good, but Colin Parker cleans up the rebound, makes it 14-12. Brown had it, kicked away, ends up in Warsher's hands. Down the floor it comes to Burks. He takes it to the hoop. Foul by Brown as Bronikowski lost his footing underneath the basket. Trent Lyles gets ready to check in. First foul on Brown.
At the line, shooting two, Tony Burks.
Burks a 68.9% free throw shooter. First one no good. Carson Parker back in.
In the contest for Columbia College, number 34, Carson Parker. And number 3, Trenton Tisdale.
Trenton Tisdale back in. Two of their original starters. Lyles comes in. Brown goes out for the Eagles. Second free throw good. 14-13. Cameron to the hoop. And somehow is not called for a travel, double dribble, or any of the rest of that. And he lays it up and in. He's got 4. Bronikowski pushing inside against Parker. Off the glass, no good by Burks. He's going to get it back, score the basket, be fouled by Bronikowski, go to the free throw line to tie the ball game up.
Number 12, Tony Burks. Foul on Eagles, number 32, Charlie Bronikowski. That foul his first. 13th foul. Substitution for the Eagles, number 24, Thomas Shawulu.
Thomas Shawulu back in. Burks 1 out of 2 just a minute ago from the free throw line. That one spins out. We're almost halfway through this first half of play. Eagles with a 1-point lead. Cameron. May backs up a little bit. Lyle going to take it to the hoop. Cut off. Back to May. Spin move. Shot blocked. Goes out of bounds. 11 seconds. As one of the Parkers got that, either the 6'7 freshman or the 6'8 sophomore, as Columbia College is set for size for the next couple of years. Andrews looks to get it in. Back out to May. He gives it to Cameron. He's going to get a pick. Find a way to get to the hoop if he can. Knocked out of bounds with 2, so now it's going to be catch, dribble, shoot. Jackson Andrews underneath. May backs up off the inbounds pass. Doesn't hit anything. It's a shot clock violation, and the whistle blows, and Burks had a layup going the other direction, but since it didn't draw iron, it's a shot clock violation. Jaden McGrew checks in. Tim Cameron checks out. Columbia College looking for their second lead. They led 2-0, and they've been behind since then. Tisdale. Carson Parker. Tisdale again. McGrew badly outsized inside, but it manages to ward it off for the time being while they switch back. They don't switch back. Tisdale tried a three, didn't get it to go. Lyles. May. McGrew going to go to the hoop. He's lefty. Can't get the roll as he just came up a little short with the shot. And here comes Tisdale down the other end. Carson Parker. Burks. Tisdale. Bo Warsher back in the lineup. Found some room. Then he finds a teammate who misses the shot. As Carson Parker missed the chippy. Sawulu with a rebound. Andrews looks for a shot. McGrew. Lyles. Back to McGrew. Not a lot of three-point shooters. Jackson Andrews is the three-point shooter out on the floor right now. May has hit one tonight, but he's also missed a couple. Lyles. Sawulu going to back in, go to left hand. In the lane, won't go. And Colin Parker with a rebound. So we had a brief couple of minutes there where they filled it up pretty good, and now we're back to playing defense and some missed shots. Warsher out by the logo. Carson Parker, Warsher with a three, doesn't draw anything. Lyles with the rebound behind his back, gets away from one man. May's got it, in stride, no good. Tipped around and it'll go out of bounds, and it will stay with the Eagles.
Substitution for the Cougars, number 4, Paul Gherkin. Entering the contest for the Eagles.
Gherkin back in. Jonathan Brown back in.
Substitution for the Cougars, number 20, Shima Oduocha.
Oduocha back into the ball game. It looks like we have a timeout called.
And we go to the media timeout.
So with that, we'd like to thank our corporate partners for their continued support of CMU Athletics, MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. We've got a lot going on this weekend. We've got a lot going on Saturday. Let me tell you a little bit about that. These are all finals for pod play in the NAIA, with everybody except the football team moving on with a win. The winner of whoever does win it will move on to the final destination. We've got a volleyball match at 11 o'clock on Saturday. A Southwestern Assembly of God University will be here to take on the Lady Eagles, and the final site for volleyball is Sioux City, Iowa. That's an 11 o'clock. Football team plays Northwestern of Iowa at noon. At 1 o'clock, men's soccer plays Rio Grande or Northwestern of Iowa, the same team that the football is playing, depending on who wins that match that's going on now. And the women's soccer team plays at 3:30, and they will play Columbia College, with the winner going to Foley, Alabama. So big things going on. Basketball team, men leave tomorrow morning at 4:30 in the morning. Fly to Utah, to Provo, to take on BYU Saturday night. If you're listening out there and you're somewhere in the area, contact the Eagles tomorrow. Coach Sherman says they still have some tickets available to get into the ball game. Andrews, Kamara, McGrew to the hoop, has a shot blocked as he's got a McGrew. Let me find my sheet on McGrew. He is 6'3", and he's got a 6'8" on him right now. And it comes to Lyles. Kamara looks for somewhere. All the way over to Andrews in the corner. Flop on the floor. McGrew underneath, doesn't draw anything, and a shot clock violation again as he went underneath the basket. Coach Brock for Columbia College wonders, why do you hit the horn? We have the ball on the shot clock violation. Tim Cameron back in for the Eagles. That's him guarding Tisdale. Burks. Gherkin with a three lined up. Doesn't hit anything. And Carter Parker tries to get control of it, but it goes out of bounds. Jukin Kara back into the ball game. Isaiah May back into the ball game. Jonathan Brown in. Lyles, Kamara, and Cameron, the others on the floor for the Eagles. Uses the double pick. Does Cameron. Lyles. Pass. And Brown had moved to a better spot to shoot, and the pass goes out of bounds from Lyles. Trent Lyles, sophomore. From Sedalia. Kara with the ball. Lyles on him. Underneath. Kamara knocks it away right to Cameron, who's going to take it down the floor, put it up off the glass. No good. That's Kamara with a rebound, and he puts it back up and in. And that's Kamara's first points of the ball game, and it's 18-15 with just under 7 to go. Burks. Gherkin. Trying to find room somewhere to get a shot off against Lyles. Can't do it. Has to throw it back out. Burks resets. Three-pointer in the air. No good. Tipped around. Oduocha tips it back. Gherkin has it. Kamara on him. That's not a good matchup. Now they find somebody a little bit different to get to. Outside it comes to Burks. He saves it right before half court. 5 on the shot clock. Right down the lane. Off the glass, no good. And we'll see what the foul is underneath. As Cameron and Burks hit the floor.
Foul is on the Eagles, number 23, voting Kamara.
Foul on Kamara. That's his second personal foul. That's not good.
At the line, shooting 2, number 12, Tony Burks.
Burks at the line where he's 1 for 3. 3-point advantage for the Eagles. Charlie Bronikowski gets ready to check back in. Bo Warsher gets ready to check in for Columbia, as does Colin Parker, I believe. And it is.
The Eagles, number 32, Charlie Bronikowski. In the contest for the Cougars, number 32, Colin Parker.
Burks, 1 for 4. Making 2 for 5.
Cougars substitution, number 23, Bo Washer.
Warsher checks in. Burks checks out. Cameron. Brown. Brown hot early. Hasn't had a shot since then. Pulls up jumper on the way now. Back of the rim, no good. Tipped around. Comes out to Gherkin. Got Brown on him when going down the lane. Brown blocks the shot. Lyles saves it. May has it. Nice play all the way around. Bronikowski to the hoop. No good, as his shot was blocked by Colin Parker. And since he blocked the shot, he takes a 3. It won't go. Oduocha inside, lays it up and in. And we're tied at 18. Lyles. Spin in the lane. Back out Brown. He wants to go down the lane. Cut off. May. Cameron. He will go down the lane. Gets his shot blocked by Gherkin. There going to be a lot of block shots on the halftime stats. Kara has it knocked away from him, and it goes out of bounds, and they say it was tipped into the backcourt, so it's all right.
Number 12, Tony Burks.
Tony Burks
Central Methodist.
with that timeout. Let's see if I can find my other piece of paper. There it is. We'll get that one out. AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for information on all your internet needs. Burks, Oduocha, and Carson Parker all with 4 points. Jonathan Brown with 7, Tim Cameron with 4, and Isaiah May with 3 for the Eagles. Colin Parker Inbounds to Cara. First lead Columbia College looking for since 2-0 in the ball game. Colin Parker back out. Cara has it. A lot of mismatches on the floor. Bank shot no good, tipped around. Here comes Lyle on the run. Switches. Corner. Cameron 3. Gets a man in the air. Wants to spin. Nice behind the back pass. And a big dunk from May. Nice pass by Cameron. 20-18 with 4:20 to go. Burks with a 3. No good. And Brown with a rebound. Looking to drive. May. Going to back out. Back to Brown. Corner to Cameron. 3 on the way for him. No good. Bronikowski battles inside. Keeps it alive. May runs it down. Back to Brown. May with a 3 from just outside the line. No good. Burks with a rebound. And here come the Cougars on the move. All the way around. Warsher with a 3 on the way. Rims out no good. Odoacha back inside on Bronikowski. Can't get it to go. Cameron slaps it out of his hands, and it'll go out of bounds off Columbia College. Tisdale back in. Cara checks out. We anticipated a game in the 80s, and we're going to get a game in the 60s at best. Cameron walks it across half court. Lyles. Double pick for Brown. Another one from Bronikowski. He's got a 3 lined up. He's got range. He's got a 3 from there. Tisdale on the move, 23-18. Burks looks inside. Warsher around to pick. Tisdale looks inside. Got a height advantage inside. Don't take advantage of it, as May at 6'5" is on the 6'7" Colin Parker, and a foul inside. Lyles first foul, team foul number 5. Chima Odoacha shooting free throws. First one is good. He's a 79% free throw shooter.
Substitution for the Eagles, number 24, Thomas Sawulu.
Sawulu in, Bronikowski out.
Number 4, Cole Gherkin.
Gherkin in, Warsher out. 23-19. Still 2 bigs on the floor. Odoacha and Colin Parker. Second free throw also good, 23-20. So Thomas Wulu comes back in. No fouls on him, so Cameron, the little runner, won't go. And there's Swulu cleaning it up inside. Almost, and a foul on Cameron. His first personal foul. So Wulu's got 4. That's team foul number 6 on the Eagles. Next foul will put Columbia College in the bonus. Colin Parker. Isaiah May on him. Odoacha. Free throw line. Wants to back in. Surrounded. Knocked out of there. Burks with it. Fires a 3. No good. Cameron out with a rebound on the run. Looks for somebody, cuts. There's May underneath, lays it up and in. May was 7 in the ball game. And a timeout by Columbia College with 1:52 to go. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repairs, battery, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. Again, Saturday is a huge day for the athletic department at Central Methodist. Volleyball team with a win goes to the final site of in Sioux City, Iowa. Soccer teams, men at 1 o'clock. If they win, they go to Decatur, Alabama. Women play at 3:30. If they win, they go to Foley, Alabama. Football team would advance to the next round in the NAIA playoffs with a win over Northwestern of Iowa, which is the number 1 team in scoring in NAIA this year. Tisdale loses his footing, down on the floor. Gherkin around the screen, wants to step back and shoot, can't do it. Tisdale, Burks, Colin, Parker, double teamed. Inside it goes to Burks, lays it up and in. Tony Burks. He's got 6 in the ball game. Here comes Brown down the lane, loses the handle on it. When in doubt, fire it up. Gets it back to Cameron. Tipped and going to go out of bounds with 17 on the shot clock. Looking for somebody to take it out. Here comes Trent Lyles to do that. Big Tom with it. Cameron looks inside for a pick. Brown wants to go down the lane. There's Swulu with it. Turns left. Off the glass, no good. And down hard goes Cameron, but he hops right back up as his jump was just mistimed a little bit as the ball hit a rim for the second time. Gherkin down the lane. Lays it up and in. Cole Gherkin. He's got 4 in the ball game. It's down to 3 with 40 seconds to go. Here in the first half, May. Brown. Sawulu. Brown pulls up for a jump shot and hits it. He's got 9 in the first half. Cameron looking to pick pocket of Tisdale, but he doesn't get it. Colin Parker, Tisdale with it with 10. Right down the lane. Floater comes up short. And it goes out of bounds as Udochip got it and threw it off the back of an Eagle player, so 3.8. Gherkin down around a set of picks. Three-pointer won't go. Tipped out, and that's the end of the first half of play. 29-24. Is our halftime score. I think we're going to have some halftime festivities with the dance team and cheerleaders. So we'll hang on a second and see if they're going to do something right away as they wait for the courts to clear before they start they've already started it. As you can see, it's down to 14:46. We'll take that off the screen so you can see everything in case the dance team does get out there and do something. And then we'll have some stats for you. We'll have that for you in just a second as we wait to see what if they're going to do anything. Well, now it doesn't look like they are, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes or so. We got some highlights of the first half for you that we can show. This is a 4-minute set, so if the cheerleaders do something, we'll break into it and come back. But you're watching basketball action on the Eagle Sports Network.
An approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We're back. It's halftime, 29-24 in favor of the Eagles. We'll get you individual scoring in just a second, but we want to run some halftime stats up for you so you can see those. And there they come. Field goal percentage in the first half, Eagles 38.2, Columbia College 31.3. Free throws 57.1% for Columbia College, 0 as the Eagles, I think, only shot 2 free throws and they missed both of them. Let me get back over here and look. Yep, 0 of 2 and Columbia College 4 of 7. The field goal percentage, 10 of 32 for 31% for Columbia College, 13 of 34 for 38.2% for the Eagles. Three-point shooting, 0 of 10 for Columbia College for 0. 3 of 9 for 33.3% for the Eagles. Rebounds, Columbia College with 23. Eagles with 22. Offensive rebounds, 9 for Columbia College, 8 for the Eagles. And in the turnover department, I got to find it. 6 and 5. 6 for Columbia College. 5 for the Eagles. Individual scoring in the ball game for Columbia College. Tony Burks and Chima Odejucha each have 6 points. 4 points for Cole Gherkin and Carson Parker. Trenton Tisdale with 2 and Colin Parker with 2. For the Eagles, Jonathan Brown with 9, Isaiah May with 7, Tim Cameron and Thomas Sawulu with 4, Charlie Bronikowski 3, Fodi Kamara with 2. Kamara with 2 points and 3 rebounds, well underneath his averages for the season. We'll get that put back up so you can see our halftime stuff that's going on there. Again, we're going to run over what all's going on Saturday in the athletic department here at Central Methodist as I look in the crowd and I see a couple of Hall of Famers here from basketball in the past, Danny Whithelm and David Fox. Daryl Whithelm also here. So President Roger Drake is here down in the front. So several people here from the past and then present. Coach Sherman's wife along with Bill Sheehan down in front as well. Students are here as people are getting back from the soccer games that were going on this afternoon. And we'll recap that for you. The men's soccer game this afternoon, they won 4-0, sorry. And they will advance to play Rio Grande or Northwestern out of Iowa for the championship. Quentin's telling me that it's Rio Grande that they will be facing. That is a 1 o'clock game on Saturday. The women today defeated Bellevue of Nebraska by the score of 8-0. It was 7-0 at the half. And I didn't see the women's final statistics, but in the men's game, Bellevue, was that yes? No, Bellevue did not get a shot on goal in the entire match. And at halftime of the women's game, they had not given up a shot on goal in that game as well. So on Saturday, we have volleyball action at 11 o'clock. Southwestern Assemblies of God University will take on the Lady Eagles here at Puckett Fieldhouse, 11 o'clock for the start of that. Football action, Northwestern of Iowa will host the Eagles in their first ever postseason football game in the NAIA playoffs. Got men's soccer at 1 o'clock, women's soccer at 3:30. So starting at 11 o'clock on Saturday, you can get a lot of CMU athletics in. Volleyball at 11, football at 12, men's soccer at 1, women's soccer at 3:30. Volleyball's here in Fayette, so if you're close by, come by there. The men's and women's soccer team play at Battle High School in Columbia, so not a very far drive for that as well, as the number 1 men's team and the number 5 ladies team take on their opponents to get to the final site. Men would go to Decatur, Alabama in soccer. The women would go to Foley, Alabama in soccer. And women's basketball tomorrow night and Friday and Saturday. There's action there too, as Mike Davis's Lady Eagles are in a tournament. So they're playing. They are 4-0 and moved up to number 11 in the nation. They're in the Lyon College Classic this weekend. So you can actually go and watch those too. And that's probably, hopefully that's after 3:30. Maybe that'd be a 6 o'clock game or something on Friday evening, and then play again on Saturday somewhere down the line. So you've got a whole bunch of stuff. And Saturday night, men's basketball team takes on BYU in Provo, Utah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different events on Saturday on the Eagle Sports Network. Well, taking place. You can find the BYU game perhaps on your TV set somewhere. If you've got the BYU channel, you could get it there, or there may be a link on the website. Won't be a central broadcast, but you'll be able to see it. Same way with the women's basketball games. And the football game will come out of Northwestern up in Orange City, Iowa. So, but we'll have a broadcast here on Saturday of the volleyball game, and then you'll have a central broadcast for men's soccer and women's soccer as they try and punch their ticket to the final site to make it to the Final Four at some point in time. Again, the men have been there the last 3 of the last 4, well, I guess all 4 years, 3 years. 2 national champions, and they were knocked out in the semis last year by Missouri Valley. So they've won 2 out of the last 3. Missouri Valley won the other one. And Valley is hosting a pod as well. So the Hart Soccer is pretty doggone good because they've got bunches of teams in it and they're hosting spots. So that's all action that's going on this weekend for the Eagles, Lady Eagles, all over the place. And I think the cross-country team has done exceptionally well, as in addition to all the other things that are going on. So women's basketball undefeated as of tonight. Men undefeated coming into this ball game. Men's soccer undefeated and the number 1 team in the nation. Women's soccer with 1 loss on the year, number 5 seeded. So athletics at Central Methodist on the look up. So we're just about set to get back to action as the Eagles finish warming up. We'll take one more quick break. No, we won't. We're going to show you some highlights. How about that? We'll show you a couple of the highlights from the first half. If we can, as it doesn't want to do anything for me right now, but I'll get it fixed up here in just a second, as I am somewhat familiar with this system. And there we go. Now let's see if we can get some of that to go. And here comes one of the replays. That's not the one we needed. We needed the longer one than that. So let's try this one. There's the dunk, left-hand dunk by Jonathan Brown. Let's see what we got here. We got a nice behind-the-back pass underneath from Cameron to Isaiah May. So we got a couple of plays out of that section of stuff. So we're going to see if there's a way for me to kind of clean that up a little bit. Eagles only got to the free throw line 2 times in the first half and were 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Columbia College 0 for 10 from the three-point line, and I'm going to look because I know they shoot considerably better than that from the three-point line. They shoot 33.7% on the season from the three-point line, but 0 of 10 in the first half. Adewochu on the floor. Burks. Tisdale. Warsher. Carson Parker. The original 5 starters. For the Cougars, Kamara, May, Sawulu, Cameron, and Brown, the original 5 starters for the Eagles, and we're set to go here in half number 2. The Eagles with a 5-point advantage. Low-scoring, defensive-minded ball game. Brown with 9 points, looks to go to the hoop. Cut off. Kamara. Back to Cameron. He wants to go baseline. Foul on the way to the hoop. Foul goes on Tisdale, his first personal foul. Team foul number 1 here in the second half of play. Brown with 12 on the shot clock. Sawulu inside. He'll want to bump and go. Kamara with a jump shot just inside the three-point line. And Burks with a rebound. Burks with Brown on him. Carson Parker. Tisdale. Warsher back to Tisdale. Inside it goes to Adewochu. Double team outside. Burks in the corner. Inside to Carson Parker. Going to back in against Brown with a good height advantage. Throws up a little floater. Doesn't go. Tipped by Warsher, doesn't go, and Kamara with a rebound. May, Kamara, he just missed a shot from right there, but he's going to take it to the hoop, bump a little bit. Shot does not go, but he works for his own rebound. Cameron, by Warsher, spins in the lane, teardrop. We got knocked off the air for about 2 seconds, 2 minutes. About the only thing that you missed while we were gone was one basket by Columbia College. Throw that back up so you can see it. Somehow we got knocked off, but we got it back up and running. Cameron, Kamara. Brown picked up a foul just a moment ago, takes it to the hoop, lays it up backside, gets the basket, and the foul will be given to
number 12, Tony Burks. That foul his first.
Tony Burks, his first personal foul, second team foul. Brown finished the three-point play the original way, old-fashioned, gets it to go. It's an 8-point advantage. As the clock's not working, so I'll work on that while we talk as well. Inside, this is Colin. Parker against Charlie Bronikowski, gets it to go. Cameron keeps his dribble. There we go. Clock's back working. Cameron with a jumper from the baseline. No good. Brown with a rebound, puts it back up and in. He's got 14 in the ball game now. He had 9 early. 8-point lead. Tisdale jumper comes up short. Brown had it. Tied up, and it will head Columbia College way if it's a jump. Gherkin back in. Thomas Sawulu Charlie Bronikowski out.
And number 4, Jaden Brewer.
Cara back in as well. Gherkin. Cara. Adewuchu. Tipped away by McGrew, who's into the ball game. Saved. Cara down the lane. Right hand off the glass. Good. First 2 points of the ball game for him. McGrew going to go to the hoop. Left hand. He's a lefty. Headed that direction. Kamara back to McGrew. Kamara wants to drive. Sawulu on the baseline. He's going to bump. Spin back. Right hand off the glass and good. So Odochu took a little bit of a tumble there. Didn't get a call. 15 to go. Gherkin on the right hand side. Cara gets a pick from Parker. Colin Parker to the hoop. Kamara with a block, but he knocks it out of bounds. Nice play by Fody Kamara. Carson Parker back in. Four blocks for the Eagles in the first half. 3 blocks for the Cougars. Cara. Almost stolen by Brown. And there's a kick right before the shot clock goes off. So they'll get some time put back on the clock, even though it was under 1 second when that happened. They get 20 for the kickball. And Colin Parker will bring it in. Into Carson Parker, his brother. Cara looks inside. Gherkin. Carson Parker against Sawulu. Kicks it out. Cara with a 3 on the way. Iron no good. Gherkin with a rebound. Burks with a 3, good. Tony Burks, 11 in the game. First player in double digits for the Cougars. Leads back to 5 for the Eagles. May. Lyles into the ball game. Rises for a jumper that comes up short, but Sawulu right there picks it up and puts it in. He's got 8 in the ball game. Lyles came up short, ended up right in the hands of Big Tom. He put it back up in off the glass. Gherkin wants to go inside, does. Left hand bank shot off the glass, good. Carson Parker with it. He's got 6 in the game. We trade baskets. Sawulu, Brown. He's got a 3 in the air. Back of the iron, no good. Cara with a rebound. Colin Parker. Cara in the corner. Runs into a double team. Colin Parker to the hoop. Can't go, won't go. Tipped around and it comes out to Lyles. He loses the ball tipped away, but it comes to McGrew, who's going to slow it down. May in transition hits the 3. Stepped right into that one, did Isaiah. He's got 10 in the ball game now. Pair of 3s for him in this game. Leads back to 8. Cara. I think they're probably okay with Carson Parker taking 3s. The height advantage they got. McGrew to the hoop, off the glass and in. Challenged Parker. Carson Parker to the basket. Bump, and he gets it to score. 6 points for Shima Oduducha. 6 points for Carson Parker. 4 for Cole Gherkin, and 4 for Colin Parker. This is Cara to bring the ball up the floor. Hands it off, gets it right back, gets a pick, goes around, looks inside, comes this way with it. Burks with a 3, won't go out, and it's tipped and it goes out of bounds off of Gherkin. So it'll be Eagle basketball. Kamara and McGrew in the backcourt. Here comes full court pressure. 1-2-2. Trapping defense. Lyles gets it across, hands it back to McGrew. Token pressure at best. Lyles in the corner. Brown. McGrew. Lyles going to take baseline, kick it back out. Brown wants to drive. McGrew loses the handle on it, gets it to Kamara, but it's tipped off of him and intercepted. And here comes Carr with the ball. Too hard off the glass. And Columbia College's coach doesn't like that non-call. Coach Brock not happy with that. Sawulu in the lane, has his shot blocked out of bounds. Nice pass by Lyles to Sawulu, but one of the Parkers got that knocked out of bounds. Still plenty of time. Tim Cameron's going to check back in after a quick break. Jaden McGrew checks out. Cameron tucks his shirt in. Lyles. Cameron. Lyles. Kamara. Throws it wildly over towards the bench as they miss Cameron, and it goes out of bounds, and another turnover against the Eagles. Cara. Colin Parker. Cole Gherkin. Colin Parker tipped away by Kamara as he tried to get the ball inside to Carson. And there'll be a foul inside, and they'll probably go on Big Tom. Sawulu holding inside. That'll be his first personal foul. Gherkin around a bunch of picks. 3 won't go. Cameron. Kamara was ahead of the pack, but Cameron had no way to get him to basketball. Had to protect it. Brown. Kamara to the hoop now. Scoop shot up and won't go. 3 players fight for it, and we'll call it a jump ball. And I think it goes Central Methodist way. Is Jackson Andrews and Isaiah Maychak back in. Trent Lyles out. Fody Kamara out. He's got 2 fouls. He's played well here in the second half without picking up more fouls. He had 2 in the first half. And Cameron. They're identifying the shooters on the floor is Columbia College. Brown, beyond the three-point line, top of the key. Into the corner. May with another 3. Hits it. Isaiah May's got 3 of those in the ball game, and that gets him up to 13 points in the ball game. And that's the lead for the Eagles. And Sawulu with another touch foul inside. Be his second foul in about the last 35 seconds of play.
His second, 13th foul in the contest for the Eagles, number 32, Charlie Bronikowski.
Charlie Bronikowski back in. Bo Warsher back in for Columbia College. Burks. Inside it goes. Bronikowski trying to keep the older Parker away from it. Carson, but he lays it in anyway. Little floater. Brown. Cameron. Brown has his pass deflected. Tisdale had that. Colin Parker wants to back in. Warsher on the baseline, lays it up and in. Nice move there by Bo Warsher as he cut the baseline and was rewarded for his movement with a pass and a layup. And a 13-point lead's back to 9. Cameron. Brown steps into a 3 and hits it. Almost a steal by Cameron. Tisdale. Warsher. Burks. Floater good in the lane. Burks with 13 now. 10-point advantage. Just under 9 to go here in the second half of play. May. Brown. 10 on the shot clock. Bronikowski hit a three from about that spot in the first half. That one rims around no good. May had it, but Warsher took it away from him. No jump ball, and down come the Cougars. Tisdale. Tipped up and in off the miss. As Carson Parker missed it, Tony Burks gets it, and it'll be a 30-second timeout called by the Eagles, 51-43. We want to thank our corporate partners for their continued support of CMU Athletics, MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. And I will tell you, with all of the sports teams that have qualified for the postseason, the Eagles have put out a call to alumni to help out with some of the travel expenses. And the football team taking as many players as they will to Iowa tomorrow. President Drake has put out a call to the alumni, looking for some financial support. He's looking for 1,000 donors to donate some money to help offset the cost of sending all of these teams where all they're going to have to go if they all qualify for a national tournament. So if you want to go to the website, you can find a place to donate to the Champions Challenge. Bronikowski to the basket. Won't get it to go. Nice move, but couldn't finish. Burks down the lane, loses the handle on it, ends up in the far corner. And Oduchuku throws the ball up and in. Oducho. And it's down to 6. It was 13 not very long ago. Down to 6 now with 7:45 to go. Jackson Andrews. Brown. May. Looks inside. Decides not to go to Bronikowski. Cameron has it slapped away by Tisdale. And then before he could travel, tries to get rid of it, and he throws it away. Turnover number 11 for the Eagles in the ball game. And another timeout call. So with that, we'll take a quick break as well. Let you hear from something at Central Methodist, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
You see the dance team? Eagles with no one in real foul trouble at this point in time. Been plagued by a couple of turnovers the last couple of trips down the floor. And Columbia College's size starting to wear a little bit on the Eagles. They're a little undermanned anyway. Adewocho at 6'8". Carson Palmer at 6'8". Thomas Wulu at 6'8". Everybody else 6'5" or less for the Eagles. Burks into the corner. Tisdale with a three. Rims out no good. Tipped around. Brown comes down with it. Tries to find somebody. Burks almost gets it, but ends up sliding into Cameron with nice hustle, and he'll be ticketed with a foul for that. Second personal foul. Team foul number 3. Both teams with 3 team fouls, so a long way to go before we get to bonus free throws. Not a lot of those had in this ball game anyway. And we'll throw it back in and restart. As I look, Central 1 of 3. So there's only been 1 free throw in the second half. That was the tail end of a 3-point play. Into the backcourt. Brown gets after it. Burks hits it. And it's called Columbia College basketball on the good hustle by both sides. Lyles checks in. Jackson Andrews checks out for the Eagles. And it looks like Carson Parker may have a cut somewhere. Trainer works on him. It was 29-24 Eagles at the half. So the Eagles have outscored the Cougars by 1 here in the second half. Oduocha. Burks, underneath it goes. Colin Parker had his ball, had it stripped away from him. Lyles with it. Pass is tipped away and taken by Burks, who's going to go to the hoop. Off the glass, gets it to go, and a foul called. Cameron tried to take a bump, hoping for a foul, didn't get it called.
Foul's on the Eagles, number 11, Isaiah May. That foul, his first.
Foul goes on Isaiah May, his first personal foul, team foul number 4. It's down to a 4-point ball game with Tony Burks, who's done most of the free throw shooting in this game. Missing. He's 2 of 6. His team has shot 8. Brown, May, switch spots. Brown down the lane. And he'd be called for a travel as he drug his pivot foot. Still a 4-point advantage. 2-possession game, 6:21 to go. Colin Parker. Tisdale walks it across half court. Cameron after him. Colin Parker back to Tisdale. Inside Oduocha. Tisdale got a 3 lined up. Won't go. There's the putback, and it does go for Colin Parker. He's got 6 in the game, and it's a 2-point game. Sawulu down the lane is Cameron. Can't get it to go on the layup. Looks for a foul. Doesn't get it called. Slow to get down the court. Warsher underneath. Ends up all the way across to Burke. He's going to go to the hoop. Underneath. Won't go. Tipped around. Doesn't draw anything. Warsher back to it. Won't go. Colin Parker with a basket. And we're tied. Tied at 59 with 5:25 to go. Fody Kamar and Charlie Bronikowski get ready to check back in for some more rebounding. And there's a foul on Tim Cameron. His second, team foul number 5. And a timeout called as Columbia College feeling good right now as they fought back. I looked through all of my papers looking for my schedule that's got everything on it for the time being. And the women play Midland on the 27th. That's what I was looking for. Columbia College looking for their first lead since 2-0. They've been tied a couple of times. Haven't been able to push it to the lead as they fought their way back. Tisdale. Burke. Cut off by Bronikowski. McGrew back in the ball game. 3 on the way, no good. Trent Lyles with a rebound. He's played some good minutes off the bench. Brown. Kamara wants to back in. Up and under, and how he got it around under the basket and past Colin Parker, I don't know, but he did, and he's only got, that's only his 4th point in the ball game. He averages over 10. Warsher. Burke. And a push off on McGrew. His first personal foul. That's team foul number 6, so the next one will put the Cougars at the free throw line. Tony Burks to inbound the ball. Trenton Tisdale looks inside. Double team comes. Knocked away by Kamara. To Bronikowski, who loses the handle on it, but gets it back. Brown with a three, teed up in the air and good. Jonathan Brown. He's got 20 in the ball game and the lead back to 5. Burks. Oduocho. Trapped inside, gets it out to Colin Parker. Back to Tisdale, left-hand jumper. Tough shot, does not go, and Lyles with a rebound. McGrew gathers it, gets it across half court. Lyles. Kamara. Brown. Pick from Bronikowski. Bronikowski lost the handle on it, but Lyles runs it down. Lyles with a floater across the rim, no good. Colin Parker with a rebound. Burks ahead. Off the dribble. Got too far underneath the basket, hit the bottom of the rim. Bronikowski comes out with it. Brown's going to take it right to the hoop. Challenge. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called on Colin Parker. His first personal foul, and he looks like he is out of gas right now. Brother going to come in for him, along with Cole Gherkin. And a timeout by the Eagles, and here comes the dance team again, so we'll let you watch them. (56-51). .237 to go. (56-51). 5-point advantage, a little over 2.5 to go. Jonathan Brown at the free throw line. He's got 20 points on the evening. First free throw comes up short. I waited to tell you he's an 80% free throw shooter, so I didn't jinx him, so it's not my fault. Second one will keep it a 2-possession game. Makes it 21 points in the game for him. He averages 17, so he's got his average plus. Burke. Tipped away by Kamara inside as they tried to get it inside to Colin Parker. As they've got both Parkers in the ball game right now, Colin and Carson. McGrew. Brown. Bronikowski. Kamara looks inside. Bumping, backing. Brown's got the ball fake, jump shot on the way, crawls around, no good. Bronikowski with the tip in. Bronikowski with 5, a 3, and a big tip there. I saw this young man play. President Drake has instilled a desire to win ball games and win championships, and he's got a whole bunch of people involved in that right now. As we're back underway, 8-point advantage for the Eagles with 1:50 to go. Colin Parker, Gherkin, Burks runs into a triple team, backs back.
His first fifth rebound.